Hi, my name is George DeMartino. I'm a professor of international economics and co-director of the MA degree in global finance, trade, and economic integration at the Joseph Corbell School of International Studies. The current pandemic reminds us of something that we tend too often to forget, that we live in an uncertain world where we cannot know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone 5 years out. The problem is that historically, public policy has been driven by a presumption that we can know adequately the world we live in. There's a presumption, especially in my profession of economics, that we can predict the future, and then we can, knowing what that future looks like, we can devise the policy that is apt to bring about the best outcomes, provided the world unfolds in the way that we expect. This is often called the predict and then act model of public policy formation. The problem, of course, is that too often we can't know the future. We can't make those predictions. And when we design public policy in those ways, we set ourselves up for disaster. We run the risk of policy failure. And when there is policy failure, we are woefully unprepared. That's the bad news. And COVID-19 is reminding us yet again of the dangers of that kind of hubris. The good news is that increasingly across the professions, and especially among practitioners, there's greater recognition today of uncertainty, that we can't know the future. Many of these practitioners are starting to look for new ways of doing policy. It's a way of doing policy that doesn't presume that we know what the future will bring, but instead is one where we acknowledge explicitly that we don't know what we don't know, and that we therefore need to come up with policy that has a good chance of doing well under a broad range of conditions, rather than only doing well under the one scenario that we prefer. This is sometimes referred to as decision-making under deep uncertainty. I'm so pleased that at Corbell, I have several colleagues who are doing important work in this area, scenario analysis in terms of climate change, looking at all kinds of diverse scenarios with respect to economic development. The point is, this is an approach that says we do not know what we do not know. Let's come up with policies that will do well under a wide range of circumstances. This has got to be the future of policymaking, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Thank you.